Tutorial 9, posting on social media. Let's go to this tutorial. Now before starting, please complete the prior tutorials and review this tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll cover the following scenarios. Number 1, for you, posting the content of your campaigns to your connections and groups on LinkedIn and Facebook, and your tweets on Twitter. Number 2, for the recipients of your campaigns, posting the content of your campaigns to their connections and groups on LinkedIn, their connections on Facebook, and their tweets on Twitter. The prerequisites for these scenarios: the content of your campaign that gets posted consists of a concatenation of the short description and the squeeze page link. Therefore, for an effective campaign content to be posted, you should provide a brief description of the campaign in the short description step of the build campaign screen. Since we'll be posting Market My New Campaign content, select Market My New Campaign from the campaign name pick list of the build campaign screen for the campaign setup wizard to appear. And here are the instructions. Now let's close this tutorial and go through the campaign. Go to build campaign screen. From the pick list, let's select Market My New Campaign, and the campaign setup wizard for Market My New Campaign appears. Click on the short description. Incidentally, this has been added, already pre-entered. Grow Business Make perform this for you as if this was blank. Paste it. I did the select, copy, and then paste, and then save it. The moment you save it, this appears on the step short description side of it, and the short description by now has been selected and entered for this campaign. And for scenario 2, having the recipient of your campaign post the content of your campaigns to their connections and groups on LinkedIn, you need to include the reserved words for LinkedIn, and for Facebook the reserved words, and for Twitter the reserved word for Twitter in the email that you have included for this campaign to be sent. Now for this, let's go to the message library screen. We can close the build campaign screen here. Let's go to the message library screen under the accessories, and pull, I guess this is for the email for the campaign. Now in this one, we will insert here with the verbiage the reserved words for LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's enter this sentence: to share this campaign on your social media, click on. You can make it fancy, like if you want to include any emotions or something like that in here, maybe not here, and click on. And now let's pick up the reserved words for LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. This is for LinkedIn, and with the vertical sign, and so on and so forth. So what I'll do is to make it short, and just to make it looking outstanding, we can color it kind of a different color. Maybe make it bold, maybe make it Arial, and change the size to font 12. It's really how you want to make it, the way you would want to the sentence, and so on and so forth. You can format, you can select the font size, and so on and so forth. So once this is done, let us save it, either using the save button and so on. Now the message has been saved. Now let's close the message library screen and go to the social media posting screen under the outreach management. This is for posting your campaigns purposes. Now let's click on LinkedIn and let's select the campaign, and if you notice, the verbiage in the green under the post content appears. This is the campaign content that will be posted on to your LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and is campaign specific. And also, if you notice, your connections as well as your groups, including the number of groups, appears below. You can select either all or the ones that you are interested in posting this campaign content on, and click on the post button. The pop-up appears. That means your campaign has been posted onto the LinkedIn. That's the select media we selected. Likewise, you can do the Facebook, and if you see that different groups have appeared, you can select all here and post onto Facebook using a similar process. And you could also do Twitter. Same thing, only thing Twitter doesn't support the groups, so we will select, you can select either all or just select from here and then click on the post. So now your content for Market My New Campaign, which is this, has been posted onto LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Now let's close social media posting screen and go to LinkedIn to see if content has been posted. We will refresh the LinkedIn screen, and if you notice, 1 minute before this campaign has been posted, Market My New Campaign, and also 1 minute before this was posted to your groups, and this has been posted. This is showing your posting on your connections. Now let's go to the, and again refresh the screen, and if you notice, even on Facebook, this is being posted about a minute back, your free trial of mailer campaign, and similar would be on the groups. And on the Twitter, if you refresh the screen, this has been posted, free trial of mailer, about a minute back, and this is how effective it is and how easily you can post your contents from Officer Campaigner to any or all of LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter just at the push of a button. Now let's see how this has propagated onto LinkedIn connections. For the rest of it, we will be covering the LinkedIn process for propagating to the friends, the groups, and their friends. However, for Facebook and Twitter, the process is very similar, but it is dependent on the Facebook process and or the Twitter process. Otherwise, it's very much the same. So let's go to the LinkedIn. Now in this case, LinkedIn connection is connected to the content that we saw just now. Let's refresh this screen. This is And if you see, this is LinkedIn connection user, and this has appeared 4 minutes back onto propagated, I would say, onto LinkedIn connection. Now let's go to market my new campaign. Let's click on this in the LinkedIn connection screen, and the campaign content which we saw that appeared as part of the campaign content is the squeeze page link relating or pertaining to market my new campaign, the campaign. Here the offering, you see the offering under click on try it free, and LinkedIn connection, if they want to spread the word, the system tells them, hey, you go to my how can we help, give me your name and email before you are able to, because the referrals are supported through the campaign package link. Here we just let them know there is a referral sitting out for them. Now here, how can we help, LinkedIn connection goes, enters their name and the email address, and click on the submit. Now if you notice, it says that this user is, or this prospect is already existing. That means actually we covered through when writing the tutorial for this before the videos were created. If you already have a prospect email existing, the system does not allow a duplicate entry. That's what I wanted to show you. That's why I kept this record for for showing this stuff, that we don't keep the duplicate records. Since this record has already been existing, so the system recognizes it does not allow another entry for this email. And for verification purposes, let's go to the track campaign screen and look for this campaign, and you see LinkedIn connection already exists in the system. Also, the email has already been, the email campaign has already been sent to the LinkedIn connection. To see the email campaign, let's close the squeeze page link screen and go to the email, and this is the email campaign that was sent to LinkedIn. Now for scenario 2, since LinkedIn received LinkedIn connection, the user, the prospect, I would say, received this email campaign which has the campaign package link through which they can refer their friends, as well as this email has the buttons for Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter. That means they can post your campaign content to their Facebook connections, LinkedIn connections and groups, and Twitter followers on or tweets on Twitter.